Good afternoon, everybody. As was indicated, I'm the administrator of the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and I'm going to be very brief. I'm here to talk about two basic things. We support juvenile drug treatment courts and family drug courts, and we're in the process of reforming both of them. There are currently about 433 standing juvenile drug courts, and we're in a unique position now to look at how we can reform them and improve them. Between fiscal year 2011 and 2016, we've invested more than $14.3 million in them. At the present time, what we're doing is we're taking a close look at developing new guidelines because we recognize that juvenile drug treatment courts are not as effective as they could be. We want them to be much more effective, and we're working with many of you, experts from across the nation, to bring about this development. We're using the best evidence-based, treatment-oriented approaches that we can find to address substance abuse and co-occurring mental health disorders among youth. We're focused on youth engagement and family engagement in the process. We're deliberately referring to these guidelines as being for juvenile drug treatment because we want to emphasize the importance of treatment in the process. We're also working to ensure that these guidelines are evidence-based and informed by the necessary research, testing, and evaluation. We're going to have built into it a second phase for assessing the impact of these guidelines. We hope that this will be helpful as we go forward. We have a session that's coming up. It's entitled Synthesizing Research Practice and Expert Input. That's going to be held on Friday from 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. And also an Ask the Expert roundtable discussion on juvenile drug court guidelines, which will be held on Saturday between 7 a.m. and 8:45. Also on family drug courts, we heard a very moving testimony today from folks who've been involved in family drug courts. I think they speak for themselves. They're recognized as being very effective. We're looking to work to develop family drug courts in the hopes of having statewide system reform. We're currently engaged in 5 states, and we expect to expand to 3 more states as we go forward in the future. We think that system-wide state reform is the way to go for the present time because we're able to impact more courts. Our goal is to dramatically increase the number of family drug courts in the future. So again, I'd like to thank the folks here for being here today and for inviting me to participate. I want you to know that my commitment doesn't come from my position, but it comes from the fact that I helped start a juvenile drug court in Philadelphia, and to date, over 1,300 young people have gone through the court. There were a lot of things we didn't know when we started. We've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot in Washington, and we're hoping that we can share those lessons across the nation. Thank you, and hope you have a good time here.